Oh,
Well, good
okay.
afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, the First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Service, and the Lee County Electric Cooperative. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle from here at Wildcat Park. I'm TJ Miracle. She's Dawn Morgan. All right, I guess we're going. We're actually going a little bit early here today. So
Right. I guess the umpires are here, the teams are here, they've warmed up, and they're ready to go. So it's almost play ball time. We've had very little indication of anything, any pregame lead up. It's just boom. All right, ready for first pitch.
here we go, and here we go. So, all right, on the mound for your Lovington Wildcats today, it will be Ethan Gonzalez. His battery mate will be Jaden Hernandez. And we will set the rest of the infield for you momentarily as the Dexter Demons at 1-3 under Coach Martinez in town. Lovington under returning head coach Robert Ariola, 5-7 on the year. So Robert Ariola gonna come out to the plate and talk about something. So all right, while we've got a moment, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for this one. For the Dexter Demons, batting first and playing in left field, it'll be Isaac Ramirez. Batting second is their center fielder, Joel Alvarez. Batting third and catching, CJ Granados. Batting fourth is the third baseman, Jonathan Huardo. Batting in the number 5 spot and playing in right field will be Jothan Berry. Batting sixth is the first baseman, Raj. And now we're going to do the national anthem, so we'll be back. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats! All right, back here for the start of this one between the Dexter Demons and the Lovington Wildcats. Finishing up the roster, Raj is batting sixth. I don't have a first name for that young man and playing first. Batting seventh is the shortstop, Nathaniel Burciaga. Batting seventh and pitching, Diego Madrano. And the number 9 hitter is their second baseman, Hector Ramirez. So it's Isaac Ramirez stepping to the plate first for the Dexter Demons. 2 blue and white teams. Lovington in the home whites with the blue pinstripes and the blue letters and numbers for the visiting Demons. They are in the blue tops, white pants with the white caps. So on the hill for your Wildcats, it is Gonzalez, and we are ready to go. Gonzalez and Hernandez are the battery. Pata, Salinas, Garcia, Salinas from first to third, and then Sanchez, Ochoa, and Pondo from left to right. So Gonzalez goes from the stretch. He is ready, kicks and fires, and we are underway. And the first pitch is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 1. Good first pitch there for Gonzalez. Ethan Gonzalez on the hill. So he's ready, gets the sign. He'll kick and fire, and that one is going to be a chop shot on the ground. Salinas muffs it and boots it over on the third base side, and it will be an E5 to start things off for the Dexter Demons. So I think maybe just tried to come up on that one a little bit too quickly and couldn't handle it. And pardon me, that's Weiser over at third.
Yeah, I started to. I was double checking when you were doing the announcing. I thought
I was writing too fast.
Going to wait to correct you on that, but my book says Weiser. Yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like Salinas over there.
So on the second pitch thrown, Isaac Ramirez on first base on the E5.
So a runner at first leading off. Pata holds him on, and the lefty Alvarez steps in, and a good breaking ball gets Alvarez swinging for strike one. Outfield is playing about halfway back. Wind is blowing out, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. You get one in the air today, it could carry out here at Wildcat Park. So a little bit of a lead off of first for Ramirez, and Gonzalez will deal, and that one is up and away and evens things up at 1-1 strike. So again, Ethan Gonzalez is your, I'm a little rusty, forgive me. Ethan Gonzalez is your pitcher for the Wildcats.
Aldavez is at the plate, batting from the left side.
Aldavez will settle back in, goes right to the back, a neutral stance. And the wind and the pitch, and that one will be outside. And it'll be a 2-1 strike count. Just underway, top of the first inning. Ramirez at first, reaching on the error and being held on over there by Pata. The lefty Aldavaz at the plate, and the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little jam shot, and it'll roll foul and even things up at 2-2. Now, you might hear something we haven't heard here in the land of enchantment for a number of years in the background, and that's the ping of the aluminum bat, as aluminum has returned this season.
Yeah, very interesting.
So after, I think, 5-6 years, aluminum making its return. So a 2-2 strike count. A little bit of a lead off first for Ramirez.
I've always thought that you get more action off of the aluminum bat. I don't know that that's true.
It is 2-2, and ring him up and sit him down. Got him with a high changeup, and Gonzalez will came up, and there is one down for the Dexter Demons.
All right, so
Sorry,
still
dealing with some stuff here in the background. I apologize, because apparently people, can't figure out back at the station that, we're on multiple platforms. Apparently there's a little trouble with Hobbs America today, so go to the YouTube channel. So that'll bring C.J. Granados to the plate with a runner at first and one down. Gonzalez will check and fire, and that one will be at the knees, but just outside, ball one.
So a runner on one. That is Ramirez, leadoff runner, reached on an E5. Still being held on first. He's got a couple of 3 yards lead off of that base.
And the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, as just ran that one by him and evens things up at 1-1 strike. So the 1-1 strike count. One down here in the top of the first inning. Demons and the Wildcats, an early season affair. So Granados with the open stance on the right side as Hernandez sets up on the outside pickoff play. And it'll be a muff by Pata, and that will get Ramirez over to second. He rounds second, heads to third as that one kind of dies over in the grass. And so it'll be a two-base error that'll get Ramirez all the way over to third on a muffed pickoff. And Pata got a glove on it, and so that'll wind up being an E1. So Ramirez, on a couple of errors, moves all the way over to third base.
So Pata got a glove on it, but
E3,
it's a throwing.
No, I'm sorry,
okay,
it's an E3 because he got the glove on it.
Okay.
First base, position 3. Again, I'm a little rusty. Give me.
It's okay.
Be patient.
All right.
So the 1-1 count to Granados now with a man 90 feet away, and that fastball will nip the outside corner, and that'll make it 1-2. So the 1-2 strike count. Gonzalez trying to pitch his way out of a little bit of a jam, not of his making here in the first against the number 3 hitter and the catcher, Granados. Gonzalez will check on the runner over at third, and the 1-2 pitch curveball swung on, and that one will be lined over to the second baseman, Salinas, who camps out under it and will make the grab. And that'll also keep Ramirez stapled over at third, and there is 2 down now for the Demons in their half of the first.
And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, number 16, Jay Jurado, playing third base to the plate.
Jurado to the plate, the third baseman, as you mentioned, Jonathan, I believe is his first name. As Gonzalez will set, get the sign, and the first pitch, and that one will be in the dirt. Nice job by Hernandez to block that one out. Saves a run, ball one.
So 1-0 the count, 2 outs. 1 runner on in scoring position on third base.
That's Ramirez getting a pretty good lead off of third as Gonzalez deals to the plate, swung on. That's a line shot and gets over the head of a leaping Garcia, and that will plate a run as the cleanup man, Juardo, cleans off the man at third. But it's the errors that cost him that run, but it'll be an RBI single for Juardo. And there is now 2 down, 1 on, and a run across for the Dexter Demons. As now it'll be Jothan Berry, their right fielder, to the plate. He puts the toes right on the line in that right side box. Outfield playing fairly shallow. Ardo getting a little bit of a lead off of first. Pata holds him on. And the first pitch, and that one will hit the outside corner for strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Demons and the Wildcats, non-district battle here today at Wildcat Park. Wind gusting out and another pickoff attempt. That one on target. Sliding back in easily as Wardo. Nobody even attempting to put the tag on.
2 outs in this top of the first, and 1 run across for Dexter, I'm sorry. Saying Deming. That's because I read a news story right before we went on about something going on in Deming.
0-1 pitch, and that one will be away for ball 1. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Yeah, we're knocking a little rust off here today.
It's true.
So bear with us.
This is our first baseball game of the season. We've done a couple of softball games this past weekend.
1-1 pitch, and that one swung on, and that'll be a line shot. But right to Salinas at second, walks up on it, and will make the grab for out number 3. But the Demons do their damage as they get a run on 1 hit, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the first. Dexter 1, Lovington coming to bat. This is Wildcat Baseball.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
For the Dexter Demons in the top of the first inning, they get 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors committed by the Wildcats. And 1 runner is left on base as we head to the bottom of the first. Leading things off for the Lovington Wildcats, it'll be Ryan Weiser. He'll be followed by Luis Garcia, then Micah Pondo. Rest of the lineup, batting cleanup is Jaden Hernandez. Batting in the 5 slot is Nick Parra. Batting 6th and pitching Ethan Gonzalez. Batting 7th, playing center, Cayman Ochoa. Batting 8th is the left fielder Patrick Sanchez. And batting 9th and playing 2nd is Cesar Salinas. For the Dexter Demons out in the field, Medrano and Granados, they are your battery. Infield 1st to 3rd will be Raja Ramirez, Burciaga, Huardo, then Ramirez, Alvadrez, and Berry in the outfield from the left to the right. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this blustery Tuesday afternoon. Wildcats coming in at 5-7. Pretty good chance to get back to 500 this week as they take on Dexter today. They'll play Ruidoso on Thursday. We will not have that game on Thursday, but we will have the rest of the season after that matchup for the boys baseball team. So great to have you with us. Of course, Robert Areola retaking the reins of this Wildcat squad that going to be a little bit of a rebuilding project for him for this season and maybe into next 2, but he's got some talent back from last year.
And they've already won 5 games so far, and that's an improvement over early season showings over the last couple of seasons.
Yes, it is. So already working on it. One thing that I think, just looking at what's, gone on with Lovington thus far in the season is they need to find a little bit more consistent offense and need to work a little bit on the pitching, too. Of course, pitching usually takes the longest to develop. And if they can get and keep the defense running like it needs to and get consistent pitching, I think this is a Wildcat team that could be very competitive. So we get the game going early, and then they seemingly give Medrano an extra 10 pitches to get warmed up out there. Oh, it'll be Weezer leading things off for the Wildcats. Of course, wearing number 2 on the pinstriped white jersey. So slightly open stance, settles into the right side box, prepares to face Medrano. So Granado's down, sets up over the outside corner, and here we go. As Medrano, the long look in, the high kick, and the pitch, and that one is away and gets away from Granado's. Nobody on, though, no harm, no foul, and that'll be ball number 1. For Dexter, the outfield is playing fairly deep.
Yeah, I'd say medium back. I'd say not shallow, but not far. Not
Ramirez
medium.
maybe just a touch over towards the line and
Right.
left.
Yeah, not dead center, but just a little.
1-0 pitch to Ryan. A breaking ball is up and in.
And the wind.
Ball 2.
Yeah, and the wind, by the way, is at it's blowing from behind us. You know,
it is
out to
blowing
center
out.
field, blowing out to center field. So the wind, in other words, is going to
2-0
carry the ball.
pitch and swung on, and that one will be hit off the fist and over towards the shortstop. Coming towards third is Burciaga, puts up the glove and will make the grab on the little pop out to the shortstop, and there is one down. And that'll bring Luis Garcia, the shortstop, to the plate for the Cats. Well, Garcia, the shortstop. Bats lefty. I believe he plays in the field righty. I'll have to double check that, but my nephew plays that way. Fields righty and bats lefty. First pitch to Garcia, and that one is going to be outside, ball 1. Now, you normally wouldn't have a lefty playing shortstop.
Right.
Just the mechanics of it. It's not unheard of, but it's not common either. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed as Garcia well out in front of that one and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Micah Pondo waits on deck for the Cats, who trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yep. 1-0, bottom of the first, 1 out, 1-1 the count.
Big open stance for Garcia, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be drilled out to right field. Coming in on it, misplaying it is Barry. It gets in his glove, but he drops it. It'll roll backwards as Garcia rounds first. He is headed to second, and he will be in at second after the E9. And so an error for the Wildcats, a couple errors for the Wildcats in their defensive half of the first, cost them a run. Now they're going to try and return the favor after the E9 on Barry. I don't know if he took his eyes off that one at the last second or what, but he had it in his glove and just dropped it.
Right. Well, he was was holding his glove down, and so when he tried to catch the ball, it pushed the ball kind of down. There was no place to go. If you scoop the ball, then there's a chance for you to catch that in the basket.
So now it'll be Pondo to the plate. The righty number 3 man, and the first pitch, and that'll be a line shot, and that'll go fair down the left field line. That's going all the way to the fence. That'll get 1 run home as Micah rounds first. He is headed to second, and Robert Areola will hold him up there, and it is a 1-out RBI double for Micah Pondo. Cash him in, and we are tied at 1 apiece. That was a pretty darn good hit as he just sat back on that one and drove it right down the line out and left.
So an RBI double for Pondo.
So now it'll be Jaden Hernandez, the catcher, to the plate. Man in scoring position is Pondo. Hernandez wears number 13. As hopping off the rubber is Medrano, and staring Pondo back into second. So now Alvarez shading a little bit over towards the power alley and left center. And the first pitch to Jaden is outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. As Hernandez will settle back in. Medrano from the stretch now gets his sign from Granados, and the 1-0 pitch swung on.
Oh.
That one is coming right back in almost.
Just almost came in the open window here in the booth. It hit the edge of the window that's open.
Didn't know we needed to bring our gloves today.
Yeah, I had. Mike could have reached out and gotten that.
Calling a lot of games in this park over the years. I don't think I've ever seen one come in the booth. It's happened before.
I'd like to catch an out and help our Lovington boys make an out, but I don't think they're going to let me.
Yeah, I don't think you're an eligible player.
Yeah.
The 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is lifted in the air high and foul down the first baseline and out of play for strike number 2. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count as Hernandez getting around on that one just a little bit late. Well, he'll pick the bat back up and head back into the right side batter's box. Runner at second is Pondo, who cashed in Garcia. Reached on an error. We are tied at 1. So now it's a 1-2 count on the cleanup hitter, Hernandez. Medrano will check the runner at second, and the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up and will get out of play and into the stands. And so the count stays 1-2 as Hernandez fights off a pretty good pitch there to stay alive. Pretty good crowd on hand here this afternoon. Little breezy baseball. Of course, if you couldn't be here, we're proud to have you with us here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, of course, somebody gets $100 of my money. And as Medrano will hop off the mound again, as Ramirez trots over and kind of tries to sneak in behind Micah back there.
Medrano just trying to threaten, try to keep him honest. Not get too much of a lead out there on second.
And now he'll set, and the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hammered high in the air to deep left center field going. Now the wind actually going to hang it up, and charging in is Alvarez, and it winds up just being a long fly out to center for out number 2. And yeah, that one, the wind, even though it's blowing out, it almost acted like it hung it up out there. You'd expect that if it was blowing
to carry,
in.
But kind of gave it some lift up and hung it up in the air. But well.
This may be one of those wins where you got to kind of do a line shot and just kind of clear the fence out there. So now Nick Pata, the first baseman, will step to the plate. 2 down, but a runner at second. All tied at 1. And the first pitch to Nick, it'll be a little line shot, but it'll flare out and die in the glove of Burciaga at short. And that will be out number 3, but the Wildcats get the run back. We head to the second, all tied at 1. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And back here, Lovington Wildcat Baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, also on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle for the Cats in the bottom of the first. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Demons, and they leave 1 runner stranded. So turning the book back over, due up for the Demons, it'll be Raja, Burciaga, and Medrano, 6, 7, and 8, due up for the Wildcats. So the Cats had a fairly efficient first inning on the defensive side of things, Don. A couple of errors what cost them that run, but so far Gonzalez not pitching too poorly.
There were about, I've got either 11 or 12 pitches thrown total in that first at bat, and only 5 batters
so we'll go
came up.
We'll go with 12. So now Raja will step up. Big righty first baseman as Gonzalez sets high, and he'll deal. And the first pitch swung on, lifted high in the air to shallow center field, and running up on it as Ochoa came and almost overran that one, but got himself woed up and got the glove up. And so it'll wind up being a fly out to center for out number 1. That's pretty efficient. 1 pitch, 1 out. You'll take it.
Right. The Demons being pretty aggressive at the bat. They're not waiting to look at a lot of pitches. As in when I mentioned that.
So now it'll be Nathaniel Burciaga to the plate as Hernandez sets up outside. And the big kick from Gonzalez and the pitch. And, yeah, he goes right after that first one. It's a high fastball that he kind of swats at, and it'll be strike 1. 0 ball, 1 strike count.
1 strikeout in the book so far for Gonzalez.
As he sets up around the chin and the 0-1, and that one will be a fastball in the outside corner. Good
nice
pitch.
Yeah.
Strike 2, and that's kind of what you want to do. Take them high and in a little bit, and then move their eye level down a little bit.
Like a slider.
Now, here's where you don't want to waste a pitch, though, and that's too often what happens at 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch on the way, and that one will be in the dirt. Don't think he wasted that one. He was just trying to get him to go after a low one.
Sure.
So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now. One down.
Yep, one out, a fly out to center by Raja. Bursiaga batting
1-2
right now.
delivery on the way, swung on, and that one will be lifted high in the air into foul territory down the first base line, and will drop harmlessly foul. So the count stays at 1-2.
Medrano waits on deck, and Ramirez in the hole if we get that far.
And the Cats would prefer it not to get that far.
Right.
They wait for baseballs to come back in. As Gonzalez is like, hey, coach, over here. Need that one back, please. Looks like they will change that out, of course. So all tied at 1. We are in the top of the second inning. Lovington versus Dexter on a breezy afternoon. Our opener for the 2023 Wildcat baseball season. As Gonzalez will set and the 1-2 delivery. Curveball breaks and not quite enough, just missing inside. Evens things up at 2-2. That one started, though, behind Bursiaga, but that thing had about 2 feet worth of break in it.
Bursiaga did jump back in the box a bit to give that ball some room to pass.
2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot that's going to find its way through and drop in front of Sanchez in left as that one kind of flared out and died before Sanchez could get it. So it is a 1-out single to left for Bursiaga. And now Diego Medrano, the pitcher, comes to the plate trying to help his own cause out here. Pitcher-on-pitcher battle. Full week of sports for us with the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. We'll talk more about that as the afternoon moves along. So Pata holding on Bursiaga over at first. Not much of a lead over there. Infield goes to double play depth. First pitch swung on, and that one's into the netting in front of the Dexter dugout down the first baseline. Strike one. So the no ball, 1-strike count. I mentioned the Cats at 5-7 on the season. Taking on Dexter today, Ruidoso on Thursday. Chance to get to 500 this week. As Pata again holding on. Bursiaga and a throw over. And he'll put the tag on, but he was in contact with the base. Bursiaga reaching on the 2-strike single to left. Pretty good line shot out there.
Yeah, well hit ball, very solid.
Gonzalez getting the signs from Hernandez as Pata holds on Bursiaga at first. Gonzalez will check on the runner and the 0-1 pitch, and that one will float on the outside corner and make it strike 2. So the no ball, 2-strike count. Second batter in a row. He's gone 0-2 on. Gonzalez takes the long look into Hernandez. He tends to slow down a little with runners on. And another pickoff attempt, and sliding back in safely is Bursiaga. Again, winds still continue to gust out, around 40 miles an hour or so. Gusting that high at least. Gonzalez. That's a little different too when there's man on. Another pickoff attempt, and sliding back in safely once again is Bursiaga.
Well, Lovington knows, this game is tied, and they're looking at just trying to contain with just 1 out. They want to try to keep that runner where he is.
Might want to think about, throwing something up high and see if you can get it on the ground. Turn 2. As Gonzalez will deal the 0-2, and that one will be in there. Yes, sir. Outside corner. Ring him up and sit him down. That is K number 2 for Gonzalez, and out number 2 here in this top of the second. So that'll bring the number 9 hitter, the second baseman, Hector Ramirez, to the plate. So Hector sets up right in the middle of the right side box. Pretty neutral stance, and the first pitch swung on, and that one is jammed back into the screen for strike 1. Off the foul. Oh, no ball, 1-strike count.
Most of the Dexter Demons, they're making contact with the ball.
So a no ball, 1-strike count. Of course, both teams and all teams this year going to be readjusting to the aluminum bats. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to float up high. Didn't get the break on it he wanted. Ball 1.
No.
Trying for that noon to 6 breaker and didn't get it.
Did allow the catcher Hernandez to come up, go ahead and throw down to first, just to keep Bursiaga honest down there.
As Hernandez sets up on the outside corner, it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Gonzalez checks the runner and the 1-1 pitch, and that one just going to miss outside for ball number 2. Well, the 2-ball, 1-strike count. There is 2 down. With 2 outs, I don't think you worry quite so much about Burciaga over at first.
Right.
You still want to keep him honest. He's got about a 1.5 lead. Now he's going to back it off to about a step. And the 2-1 delivery to the plate. Fastball swung on and missed. And another snap throw down to first. Pata has it. Fires down to second. And they are going to get the man in the rundown. And so Burciaga will be out 2 to 3 to 4 to 3 for out number 3. So it winds up being a 1-2-3 inning in an odd sort of way, but it works. So we will head to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Hey, Wildcat fans, Wildcat Sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big Blue!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
In the top of the second inning for Dexter, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. So we will head to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1, and Ethan Gonzalez will lead it off for the Cats. He'll be followed by Cayman Ochoa, and then it'll be Patrick Sanchez. So 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Cats. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday afternoon. As Gonzalez prepares to step in, going to try and help his own cause out. Of course, just a reminder, please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, 1 subscriber going to get $100 of my money. This thing's been burning a hole in my pocket since football season. I'm ready to cough up that cash. It's not coming from the sponsors. We appreciate them. It's not coming from the station. It's coming out of my pocket just to say thanks for subscribing to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So tell your friends and family, of course, they can watch for free, and hey, it may just make them $100 richer. As Gonzalez will step in, first pitcher on pitcher duel this way. We are seeing in the first pitch to Ethan, and that one will be right in there. A little off speed, a little bit of a break on it. Late movement, strike 1, as Gonzalez watches it. So a 0-ball, 1-strike count, tied at 1, just underway, bottom of the second. Dexter versus Lovington from here at Wildcat Park, and the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. That one is going to be jammed, but it's going to turn foul, as that one had get me out of here power, but it goes foul. And so now Gonzalez trails, no balls, 2 strikes.
Nice that, he's got the power. We know that now. A good cut at it, just way in front of it.
Yes, he was. Gonzalez wearing the red, white, and blue hat, like in the helmet. And the 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Ooh. Yep, that's in there, no doubter, as Gonzalez watches strike number 3.
And that was really good. That was another off-speed pitch coming in, and with an 0-2 count, you'd think you'd be, you need to be protecting the plate, swinging it at anything close. I guess he thought it looked like it was going to be enough outside that he didn't have to swing.
And now Cayman Ochoa to the plate, the center fielder for the Wildcats. 1 down, nobody on, as first pitch swung on, and that'll be a little flare out to right, and that one is going to carry, get over the head of Barry and go all the way to the wall. Ochoa rounds first. He's heading to second, and he's going to go ahead and come towards third as the ball is kicked around by Ramirez, and it will be, I don't know, is that a triple or is that a double and an error, Don?
I think it's a double and an error, throwing error, or a fielding error.
So we'll give it the double, and then he moves to third on the E4. E4. That was Ramirez who kind of bobbled it, dropped it in. And so Ochoa, though, I don't think even without the bobble, he probably would have been heading over to third base. So now the go-ahead run 90 feet away, 1 out, and Patrick Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez in his second or third year on varsity. First pitch, and he'll take it, and that one will be a high one into center field. Alvarez will come over and make the grab in shallow center. Ochoa will tag up and easily score, and so it'll be a sac RBI flyout for Sanchez. So he gets the sacrifice. It's a sac to center, 2 down, but the Cats now take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, just with 1 out in this inning as well.
Well,
So
now 2 outs. But
2 outs
So
now.
Salinas will step to the plate, the number 9 hitter for the Wildcats. Second baseman is Medrano, back to the regular delivery. Curveball swung on, and that one will be fouled down into the dirt and then kind of pops off over towards the Lovington dugout for strike number 1. So Lovington taking advantage of another error on Dexter to take the lead 2-1. It's kind of been the story of the runs in this game.
But a nice solid hit there by Ochoa to get on base and set himself up to cross the plate.
As it was, and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up behind home plate. Getting rid of the mask is Granados, having trouble with the wind, and the wind grabs it and moves it out. Granados not able to handle it, and Salinas will live to see another pitch down 0-2. So dodged a little bit of a bullet on that one. You got to think the wind played with that one just a little bit late.
You bet, and with it going so high up in the air, it's got more hang time up there to be affected by the wind.
So now it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. Salinas, the number 9 hitter, trying to keep the line moving for the Cats. And the 0-2 pitch breaking ball, and that one is going to miss high and away for ball number 1. So Medrano not going to overpower you, but he is pretty tricky up there. He varies what he's got pretty well, and he's got a pretty good breaking ball to go with the other assortment, as Salinas going to ask for timeout, thinking Medrano and Granado's taking too long to figure out what they're going to throw. So now he's going to settle back in. Medrano sets up around the chin, takes another long look in. Now he's ready, and the 1-2 pitch fastball swung on. That'll be a chopper to third. Wardo with it, takes 2 steps. The long cross diamond throw to Raja is good and gets him 5-3 for out number 3. But the Cats put another run on the board. We head to the third. Lovington 2, Dexter 1. This is Wildcat Baseball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle for the Cats. In the bottom of the second, they get 1 run on 1 hit. Dexter commits 1 error, and nobody's left on base. So we'll start out with the number 9 hitter for Dexter, as Ramirez will step back in. He was actually at the plate when they caught Burciaga in the rundown. So it'll be 9-1-2. Ramirez, and Aldavaz up for Dexter here in this top of the third inning.
Yeah, he had a 2-2 count when he was up before, but he gets to start fresh this time.
Yep, so reset the count, and the number 9 hitter Hector Ramirez back in.
We have yet to we have yet to even have a batter go to
First pitch to Gonzalez is out, or Ramirez, pardon me, from Gonzalez, out for ball 1.
We haven't even had a single batter go to a full count yet in this game.
No, we have not on
Pitching,
either side.
Yeah, pitching has been pretty efficient. Hitters pretty aggressive.
Good observation. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to nip the outside corner and even things up at 1-1. Gonzalez, another pitcher that is not going to overpower you, but he gets the most out of what he's got. So the 1-1 count. Gonzalez with that high set gets his sign from Hernandez. And the 1-1 pitch throws the breaking ball. It doesn't break nearly enough. Ball 2. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. Just underway, top of the third. Lovington leads 2-1 here in this non-district matchup. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed as he just ran that fastball right by Ramirez. Ramirez kind of got back on his heels a little bit, like he was expecting that one to be a little further out. Just misjudged the placement and swings over the top of it and evens things up at 2-2.
Gonzalez with 2 strikeouts in the game so far.
So he'll set high, gets the sign, and the 2-2 pitch fastball swung on and missed. Got him to chase one in the dirt, ring him up and sit him down, and that is strikeout number 3 and out number 1 here in this top of the third.
And we go back to the top of the batting order.
So Isaac Ramirez will step in. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error, and then scored on an RBI single by Huardo. So he's officially 0 for 1, but he's got a run scored. His on-base percentage is 1 for 1. And Al Gonzalez ready to face him again. And the first pitch fastball swung on, and that will be hammered. Weiser handles it over at third, takes a step, fires to Parr at first in time. This time, no doubter, 5-3 for out number 2.
You know, he had to really watch that. That was a choppy hit, and he had to play the bounce and sort of, time the throw and get it over there in time. So, well-played ball.
Yes, it is. Of course, looks like they've got the fertilizer and the weed killer out on the field here. Natural turf, of course, here at Wildcat Park. So now it'll be Aldavaz to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. He is 0 for 1. So 2 down, nobody on. First pitch from Gonzalez, and that one is going to miss to the lefty for ball 1. Oh, the 1-ball, no strike count. As Hernandez and Gonzalez will both look over to Coach Areola. Flashes out what he wants them to do. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be up and away, ball number 2. So the 2-ball, no strike count. To the number 2 hitter, Joel Aldavaz for the Dexter Demons.
2 outs, nobody on here.
And the 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be up and away for ball number 3.
Wow.
And timeout asked for by Hernandez. He wants to go have a quick word with Gonzalez. While I've got a moment, we'll say a big thank you to Bob Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, and the Lee County Electric Cooperative, making Wildcat baseball possible.
This is the first batter that Gonzalez has gotten 3 balls on, a three and anything count.
Yes, it is. It'll be interesting to see if Aldavaz has the take sign on, and the 3-0 pitch, and that one is going to miss high and away, ball 4.
It was kind of close.
So loses him on 4 straight pitches, and the first walk of the afternoon is issued. And now it'll be the catcher, C.J. Granados, to the plate. Granados popped out to Salinas at second. He is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. So Garcia going to pinch in a little over from the shortstop position, a little bit over towards second. Salinas playing back deep in the hole at second. Pata holds on. Aldavaz over at first.
Lovington's got 2 outs. They need to concentrate, just get the third, get back in the dugout, and try to increase their lead. They're up by 1 here in this top of the third.
So Granados will settle in. Ochoa playing fairly shallow out in center. Sanchez much deeper, and a snap throw over to first. And back in easily, Aldavaz. It's one thing you can tell they're going to be working on this season is the pickoff plays. They've gotten a pickoff already today, got a man in a rundown. Aldavaz basically daring Gonzalez to throw at him. And he'll come to the plate, and that'll be a little dinker and foul as it rolls over to the first base coach's box for strike 1.
And again, with 2 outs, I think you don't take the bait. You don't let the runner over there get you so wrapped up as a pitcher, so wrapped up in that, and forget your job at the plate, which is get the batter if you can.
Yeah, you can't worry so much about the runner over at first with 2 outs. I mean, you certainly don't want to let them,
right?
Just get free bases, but
exactly.
you don't want to spend so much time on them that you forget to worry about the guy at the plate. Gonzalez checks the runner and the 0-2 pitch, and that'll be a little line shot. Going to find its way through between first and second. Charging up is Pondo out of right. Getting it in, and it's a 2-out single to right for Granados. So that'll put runners at first and second. And now the cleanup hitter, Jonathan Wardo, to the plate. He had an RBI single his last time up, so he is 1 for 1. So the RBI single last time for Wardo. And now he steps in with 2 outs and a chance to do some more damage for Dexter as the Demons trailing the Cats by a score of 2-1. And so now Wardo sets up, puts the toes pretty much right on the line, and the first pitch, and he will take a cut at an inside fastball, strike 1. I think Wardo was looking for that fastball, but I think he was looking for it, middle away there, and got it inside. So a good pitch and fooled him on that one.
Gonzalez with 3 strikeouts so far, 1 walk.
And now a timeout taken. Hernandez wants to go out and talk to Gonzalez again.
Well, maybe they've got he needs to get their signs correct and make sure that
Well, with the
on
runner
the same page with the runners on first and second.
Yeah, with the runner at second, they're probably trying to make sure that, they don't have a Houston Astros situation. I don't see a trash can over in the dugout, but I'll make sure that nobody's tipping signs or pitches. I'm just probably changing up the order a little bit.
Decent lead off by both runners on base.
And the 0-1 count, and they will try and get the man in the run down, and they
do.
will, and it'll be a pickoff as Aldavaz is going to be out 1-5 for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So Dexter threatens but comes up empty. We've played 2.5. It's Lovington 1, Dexter nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Back here at Wildcat Park in the top of the third, Dexter no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 runner stranded out on base. Another pickoff for the Wildcat pitching staff and Gonzalez. So we will head to the bottom of the third, and we'll turn it over for the Cats. It'll be Weiser, Gonzalez, and Pondo due up for Lovington, 1, 2, and 3, Dawn.
Is that Garcia? Weiser, Garcia, Pondo?
Weiser, Garcia, Pondo. What did I say?
Gonzalez.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't read my own handwriting.
Okay.
If you've ever seen my handwriting, you realize nobody can read my handwriting, including me.
Doctors and serial killers, maybe.
Yeah, I have a cousin who's a doctor, and he can't even read my handwriting. Just fine. I can't read his either.
I thought you were going to say you had a cousin who was a serial killer.
He might be. You've met some of my cousins. The one who lives in Big Spring now might be. If you met his ex-wife, you would be too. The Weiser will step to the plate. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. So he will lead off here in the third. Lovington with a 1-run lead. And yes, that's what I love about baseball. We have time to get a little silly occasionally. So Ryan with the open stance will settle into the right side box as Medrano looks into Granados. And the kick and the first pitch, and that one is going to float outside for ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. Ramirez out left, shading well over towards the line, about 3/4 of the way back.
Yeah.
Barry over in the power alley in right center, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Could be trouble, but the wind going to hang it up and run it over, and miscommunication is Aldervaz and Barry don't have any idea what's going on. That one going to get all the way to the wall. Ryan rounds third. He is coming to home, and the Cats have taken the 3-0 lead on another outfield error by the Dexter Demons.
So I would score that probably as maybe you think it's a single and the rest of it's errors, or you'd give him a double. You'd give him
it's not a hit
just
at all.
Not a hit. It's a total error.
It is a
completely.
total error.
All
Because
right.
I'm going to give that as that should have been the right fielder's Barry, but Aldavaz looked like he called him off, so that'll be an E8 that goes all the way to the wall.
And an infield home run, but not earned.
Yeah, it's just an error, a run-scoring error with Weiser's speed, though. I mean, wow, that kid can fly.
Amazing. It's no joke that he's a leadoff hitter because he's
Garcia reached on the air, and he's got a 1-0 count, and he will wave at a fastball and evens it up at 1-1. Yeah, no doubt speed on that. When that one got squirted between Aldavaz and Barry, there was no question that Weiser was going for it all. Though it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Garcia. Lovington now up by a score of 3-1. And the wind and the pitch, that one's going to be in the dirt ball, too.
Garcia knows what it's like to cross the plate, though, because he did his first time at bat, reached on an error, and then crossed the plate.
On the Pondo RBI double.
Right.
Gave Lovington their first run of the ball game. And now they're up by 2, 3-1, and the 2-1 pitch swung on. That'll be a chop shot towards Ramirez. He comes up at second, handles it, and fires to Raja at first in time for out number 1. So scored 4-3 at home, and there's one down. And now Micah Pondo to the plate. And Pondo had the RBI double his last time up. Out to left. Got left stranded at second, so he is 1 for 1. Pondo with kind of that straight up and down stance. Prepares for the pitch from Medrano. In the first pitch, Michael will hammer that one to deep left field. If it is fair, it is gone, and it is off the wall, and it'll kick over into the deep corner out in foul territory. Pondo rips that one down the line and left, and he's got his second double of the ball game.
Yeah, nicely hit ball. And I don't know what the wind was doing at that point. I don't think it really had I don't really think it played a factor. I think that the ball just didn't quite have enough oomph to make it over, but still a nicely hit ball.
Yes, it was. I mean, it rang off the wall out there.
Solid shot.
I'm going to talk to Coach Ariola about getting these walls cut down. The 8-foot walls out there, if that's a 6-foot wall, that thing's gone. Come on, Robert, you just cost your team a run. I know, he didn't design the park. So now the catcher, Hernandez, to the plate. And an attempted pickoff throw. Ramirez bobbles it, and it gets by him. And so rounding second, heading home is Pondo. The throw in, not anywhere close to in time. And another error on Dexter, and means another run for the Wildcats. Now they lead 4-1.
Wow. Well, Lovington's taking advantage of those errors, and that's good. It's not so good for Dexter.
4 errors for Dexter in the ball game have led to 4 runs for Lovington.
So error on.
I'm going to say an E4 on that one because it was in his glove.
All right.
So the attempted pickoff goes awry. So each team's had that happen today. So now Hernandez, with the bases clear, will look at the first pitch swing, and he will chop it over to third off the bounce. Suardo handles it. He'll get it over to first in time. 5-3 for out number 2. And that'll bring the number 5 hitter, Nick Pata, to the plate.
Number 11, Nick Pata.
So Pata with the line out his last time up to the shortstop, Burciaga. He's 0 for 1. But Lovington has already cashed a couple in this inning on errors in the field by the Dexter Demons. So Parra with the big open stance. Waits the first pitch from Medrano, and it's going to be high for ball 1.
So 2 outs, nobody on.
But 2 runs across for the Cats here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
So
Medrano,
4-1 is your score.
Medrano looks into Granados, gets his sign, and the 1-0 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed as he had Pata well out in front of that one. Nick waves at it and evens the count at 1-1.
And the crowd actually started to get a little bit bigger as this game has gone on.
Yeah, filter in.
Yeah.
Work closes. The 1-1 count, and that one is going to hit the outside corner. Little dying curveball out there for strike 2 as Pata goes front corner.
What happened?
And the ump goes, yeah, I've caught the front corner in the zone, which makes it a strike. And the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball swung on, and Nick fights that one back into the screen to stay alive at 2-2. Pretty good pitch there from Medrano. It had some movement on it.
It did. It had a little heat, too, a little spin. And Pata just caught the underside of it, spun it right back.
Nick can find his way on. Gonzalez waits on deck. Of course, this won't be the only baseball game we watch tonight, I've got a feeling. World Baseball Classic Championship.
United States, Japan in that final game.
It's going on right now. I don't want to know what's going on. We'll catch the replay after this one. So the 1-2 delivery and curveball swung on, and that'll be lifted into shallow right center. That one is going to do a little bouncing before Aldavaz can get to it. Pata rounds first, gets about halfway to second before Aldavaz will fire it in. And will force Parra back to first, but it's a 2-out single for Parra to right.
Pretty well played ball out there, though, by Barry out in right, hitting the cutoff man, Ramirez, the second baseman, and holds him to just the single. So no errors in fielding on that one or throwing.
And so now it'll be Ethan Gonzalez to the plate. With Pata over at first, Raja holds him on. As Medrano going to step off the rubber and look Nick back over to first. Raja, Ramirez, Burciaga, Guardo around the infield for Dexter, first to third, and the first pitch. Gonzalez hammers that one foul right down the third baseline. Almost a soccer kick over there for Coach Ariola as he tells him, slow it down a little bit. Bat control, slow it down a second.
Right. Sometimes you snap. Sometimes it's not so much being out in front of the ball as snapping it around really quickly and fouling it off.
One pitch swung on, and that one is going to head over into the warm-up area behind the Dexter dugout, and Gonzalez now trails in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. So now you got to go into plate protection mode. The umpire going to need a few more baseballs. A couple go out into foul ground today. So an 0-ball, 2-strike count.
Got a few kids out there interested in chasing and shagging those fouls.
You still get a free Coke if you turned it in at the...
I don't know. That used to be the deal.
As the runner goes from first, swung on, and that one is going to be lifted in the air to shallow right field. Barry charges it and bobbles it again. He drops it. That'll get another run home as Parra chugging around third. Heads to home, and he will score. No Pata, as Gonzalez going to reach on the second E9 of the ball game. And a courtesy runner will check in, but another error will cost Dexter another run, and Lovington now up 5-1 as Cameron Ochoa to the plate. He had a double out to right his last time up. And you've got to think at some point that Coach Martinez is going to maybe think about pulling Barry out of right field. That's 2 that he's had in his glove that he's just lost.
Very costly.
And the runner is going to go as they're basically just caught sleeping in the slide into third as Gonzalez going to steal the base. Actually, that's not Gonzalez. That's the courtesy runner. That's Matthew Hernandez. But the ump's going to send him back to second and say, no, it was dead ball. You got to go back. A little aggression being shown with 2 outs here by Coach Ariola and his Cat squad. So Ochoa at the plate. Medrano kicks and fires, and that one going to get away from Granados as Hernandez was on the march again. So, all right, I'm glad I didn't scratch out the stolen base because he gets it that time.
He gets it anyway.
So now runner at third, and it'll be ball 1 to Ochoa at the plate. 1-ball, no strike count, 2 out. Lovington threatening, taking advantage of Dexter errors in this one. Lead at 5-1, and the pitch. Ochoa chasing that one out of the zone and evens the count at 1-1. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Hernandez with good speed over at third. You got to think any bobble by Granados, and he's got the green light to take home. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be right up the middle. That one's going to fall in just behind second base, and that'll plate another run, and it is a 6-1 Lovington lead on the RBI single by Cameron Ochoa as he will plate Hernandez. Then that'll be Patrick Sanchez to the plate. He is 0 for 0. He had the RBI sacrifice to center his last time up as Lovington trying to tack onto it. The second time through the order, starting to get Medrano figured out a little bit here.
Yeah, 4 runs in this inning and a lot of errors. But Lovington, stepping in and playing smart and taking advantage of those.
Ochoa with good speed. He'll take off. It's a high throw as Granados tosses down, but not going to be in time as Ochoa doesn't even bother to slide out of the tag of Urciaga. So he gets the stolen base, heads to second, and it's ball 1 at the plate to Sanchez. And I like this. Coach Areola is playing the pressure game.
Right. He is.
And the 0-1 pitch and swung on and missed as Sanchez goes over the top of a little breaking ball and evens things up at 1-1. So the 1-1 strike count. Runner at second is Ochoa. Ramirez comes over to keep an eye on him as Medrano sets up at the chin. 1-1 pitch. That one is away. Ball 2. You got to think at some point Coach Martinez might come out and try and settle things down here, because more errors have cost his team more runs. Lovington up by 5 now, 6-1. Medrano off the rubber again, and Ochoa goes back over and touches the bag at second. Oh, it's a 2-1 strike count. Runner goes. That one popped up over on the right side. That could be gettable as Granados gets rid of the mask, but can't get to it. So the hit and run on with 2 outs for Coach Robert Areola. And the count evens up to Patrick at 2-2. Well, the 2-2 strike count as some of the Dexter fans yelling 2 hands, you got it. That is one of my pet peeves when people don't use 2 hands in the field when it is an option. So a big lead off a second for Ochoa on the 2-2 at the plate, and that one is swung on and lifted high in the air. If it is fair, it is trouble, and that one is going to drop fair in front of Barry right down the first baseline. He bobbles it again, and heading into second is Patrick Sanchez. He'll have an RBI double as that'll cash in Ochoa. So that'll make it a 7-1 lead for the Wildcats. And now Cesar Salinas to the plate, as the Cats just going to try and keep the line moving with 2 outs here.
Right, they've done a lot of damage with 2 outs. Of course, lots of costly errors in this at bat for Lovington.
Yeah, 3 runs out of their 5 that they've cashed in thus far have come with 2
errors.
outs.
And with 2 outs, right?
2 of them have come off errors, and the first pitch, and whoa, up and in. Salinas having to lean out of the way, a ball 1. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Patrick Sanchez with the RBI double stands at second. Ramirez holds him on over there. Medrano will set and fire the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to miss inside, ball 2. Good breaking ball that time. He just missed it a little off the inside. So it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Lovington going to try and keep the line moving. They have batted around this inning. As the runner going to go, and a throw down to third, and will that get him? No, is sliding under the tag is Sanchez. So give him the stolen base, and I almost feel bad for Dexter here because when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring on him. Nothing going the way of the Demons.
Yeah, they're out there, and none of them have an umbrella, so it's tough when you get into one of these situations.
2-0 pitch, and that one bounces, and that's going to get away from the catcher. Granados go to the screen, and scoring, standing up is Sanchez on the passed ball. So the pass ball will cash another one in, and Lovington will take an 8-1 lead, and it clears the bases, and Cesar is looking at a 3-0 count at the plate.
6 runs cross the plate in this at-bat for Lovington. They scored their first run in their first at-bat, and the bottom of the first, second run in the bottom of the second, and now 6 more. And the Demons are just, it's come apart. The wheels have come off of the bus, and they're hurting right now.
Yes, they are. As Coach Martinez going to come out and try and settle things down. It's a 3-0 count. Medrano pitched pretty steady, and when you look at it, right now, yeah, he's given up some earned runs. Let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 only 4 of the 8 are earned because of errors, though.
Right. Yeah, the first 2 that Lovington put on the board, the first and the second innings, were not earned. They were off of errors.
Right. The third and fourth ones also not earned because of errors.
But then
everything since then has been earned.
Yeah, and that's where the momentum has picked up. You don't worry, as much. You can see where the errors are costing you. But then when the bats get cooking on the other side, and it just becomes, insult to injury. And, of course, Lovington is going to take every run they can get out of this.
Yes, they are. So let's see what Salinas can do. Let's see if he'll have the green light at 3-0. Lovington up now 8-1. And so Medrano looks in, and the 3-0 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be low for ball number 4. And so Lovington now sends their 10th man of the inning to the plate. That's the first walk issued by Medrano. So we'll turn it over to Ryan Weiser. Ryan had what we would call a little league home run.
Right.
Last time he was actually a run-scoring error.
Right.
But he shot it out there pretty good, and Barry and Aldavaz not able to handle it. He'll take the first pitch, swing it, hit it off the hands, and that one will come over onto the retaining wall, strike number 1. I think Ryan may be just a little bit anxious to keep the line moving, as they say. Salinas was taken off on the pitch, too. So Lovington keeping the pressure on.
Right.
I think maybe Coach Ariola wants to get home and watch that WPC game.
All right, got 2 outs, a runner on first.
So a lot of the damage done with 2 outs here. Ryan Weiser at the plate. Salinas at first, pretty good leadoff as Medrano hops off the rubber. Looks Cesar back over to first where Raja holds him on. And the open stance for Ryan, and the runner goes, swung on, and that one will be lifted high in the air to deep left center. It's going back, and it gets over the head of Ramirez and goes to the wall as Salinas will trot home, and Ryan on the horse slides into third. It is an RBI triple as it gets away from Wardo, but Ryan trying to get himself out of the dirt, can't take advantage of it, but it is an RBI triple for Weiser, and it is now 9-1 in favor of the Wildcats. As the line keeps moving, now Luis Garcia to the plate. Luis 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored in the first. Then earlier this inning, grounded out to Ramirez at second. Well, again, I think Weiser going to be able to run from third with any bobble. First pitch to Garcia, swung on, and that'll be a line shot that'll plate another one. Gets out, and Barry bobbles another one as it heads to the wall.
And that will score 1 as
heading towards third is Garcia. And so that was an RBI single for Luis Garcia, and then it is another E9 that'll get him over to third, but the RBI single will plate Weiser from third, and now it is 10-1 as now Pondo to the plate. He had a double to left his last time up and scored earlier this inning. He is 2 for 2. And the first pitch to Micah swung on, and that one is drilled to deep left center field, going back, and say bye-bye baseball. Touch 'em all, Mr. Pondo. It is a 2-run shot, and the Cats keep rolling. They are up 12-1.
Wow. And they're in run rule territory, of course, but you've got to play at least, 5?
5 inning, yeah. In
5
baseball,
innings to be able
it's
to do
10
that.
after 5.
Right.
And so there is the 2-run blast for Micah Pondo. Yeah, I know in softball they changed the rule a couple of years ago to make it 15 after 3, but it's still 10 after 5 here in baseball. So now Jaden Hernandez to the plate. Jaden is the only Wildcat who is yet to reach base today. He is 0 for 2. So now the base is cleared after the 2-run blast by Pondo. First pitch to the catcher, and ding dong, that's going to hit him between the 1 and the 3.
Ooh.
So the hit by pitch, and the wheels continue just to come off for the Dexter Demons. I don't know why Coach Martinez is leaving Medrano out there, and it looks like, it looks like that is going to do it for Medrano. And he doesn't even waste any time. He just got to trot over to his shortstop, Burciaga, who I think is going to take over. So with the pitching change, we will take a timeout. Lovington 12, Dexter 1. This is Wildcat Baseball from No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big Blue.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Pitching change as now Burciaga will take over for Medrano. Medrano stays on the field. He will move over to shortstop. We can't close the book on Medrano just yet because he is responsible for Jaden Hernandez standing over at first. So he goes 2 2/3 innings. We can close the book on that one. And so far has given up 8 of the 12 runs were earned, but the 9th one could wind up being earned as well if Nick Parra can cash in Jaden Hernandez. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this blustery Tuesday afternoon. And Nick Parra 1 for 2, singled to right and scored earlier this inning. Lined out in the first, so he is 1 for 2. Lovington going to try and keep the line moving as Burciaga, the big righty, sets high, and the first pitch to Parra swung on, and that one will be a little oopsie, lifted in front of the Dexter dugout for strike 1. Good chase, though, by Raja over there, but can't get to it.
Nice hustle. And already a little more velocity on Burciaga.
But something's going on as the ref has come out. He wants to having a quick word with Burciaga. I think maybe something about his contact with the rubber.
Something about his delivery and the contact with the rubber. So. But Burciaga definitely showing a little more speed on that pitch, and it looked good enough for Parra to try to swat at it.
So the runner at first is Hernandez, getting a pretty good lead off over there as Raja holds him on. The open stance for Parra, and the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Nick knows that one got away from him, and heading down to second is Hernandez. And, well, why is he going back to first?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Tipped it? They say tipped it?
I guess they're going to say
made a little contact with it.
Yeah, I guess they're going to say it's foul tip. So.
All right.
And actually, that's Aiden Taylor on courtesy running. I was going to say, that doesn't look like Jaden over there, but I didn't see Taylor check in, but he did. So it's an 0-2 count now to Parra at the plate. The Wildcats trying to keep the line moving. Line and the pitch, the curveball is up high for ball number 1. As first breaking ball we've seen from Burciaga.
Right.
Parra doesn't chase. 14th hitter of the inning to come to the plate for the Wildcats. Taylor with the lead over at first. And the 1-2 pitch, Taylor goes, swung on, and that one will be lifted in the air. That could be trouble. That's going to drop in. The little Texas leaguer right behind first base as Taylor on his horse. He's going to head to third. Now he's going to round, and he is coming towards home. The play at home, and it is going to bounce away from the catcher Granados. And so it'll be a single for Parra, and then Taylor will score on the throw-in. And Parra will advance to second, so no RBI on the play, but it will be 13-1 in favor of the Wildcats. And now Ethan Gonzalez back to the plate.
Wow.
Gonzalez reached on an error and scored earlier this inning, and he is the 15th batter of the inning to come to the plate.
They're sending Parra back to second.
Yeah, I think he was just getting rid of the hardware.
Yeah.
The elbow pad and the shin pads.
Right.
We didn't have all that when I played. I might not have bad ankles and bad elbows and shoulders if we'd have had that. First pitch to Gonzalez. Pitcher on pitcher duel. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Curveball. More of a slider action on that one. Strike one. No matter what you call it, it was a strike.
And, you know, all Dexter has to do is just kind of concentrate on getting that final out against Lovington here.
0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, and it's going to get away from Granados, says Pata. Going to cruise in over to third base now. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Gonzalez. Coach Robert Areola going to trot down. He wants to have a word. Oh, I think the umpire actually stepped funny and went down. I didn't see that. I was paying attention to what was going on
me too.
out on the base paths. So a timeout on the field as we check on our umpire. The umps are tough. You know, they catch foul balls just like catchers. Catchers and umpires have got to be the toughest. Home plate umpires got to be the toughest people on the planet.
And
he's not feeling too good out there.
As we were watching,
I think maybe that caught him in some place that you don't want to get caught.
Yeah,
especially if you're a guy.
The chest protector can only protect so much, and as we noted watching the World Classic, the baseball, that you know it's always that foul tip or ball will always find its way outside of the protection, right?
Yes, it will.
Outside of your mask and your chest protector, it's going to hit someplace else. It seems like it's got eyes or a ball sense about that, a second sense about that.
This ump may be making a trip over to Hibbiter Big 5 to get some lower end protection. Let's just leave it at that. As Gonzalez back in as the ump, takes a deep breath. He's good to go. Granados back down in the crouch. 1-1 count, runner at third, a 13-1 lead for the Wildcats. Burciaga kicks and fires. That one going to be inside for ball number 2. Alvarez shading over towards left center, and the right fielder Barry over towards the line and right. Huge hole out in the right center power alley in the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a fastball that misses away for ball 3. So the 3-ball, 1-strike count. Nick Parra stands over at third. Had a single to keep the line moving. And timeout taken as they're going to call the balk. Yep, and the umpire says you can't clap the ball. You can't have the ball in your glove and then take it out and go back like that. And so the balk is going to score Parra.
Right. The runner advances 1 base.
And so that will score another run and make it 14-1 on the balk. And so Gonzalez at the plate with a 3-1 count after the balk call. We've seen pretty much everything in this ball game. We hadn't seen a triple play yet, but
we haven't seen.
And the 3-1 pitch swung on and getting a piece of that one as Gonzalez shoots it foul. Ochoa handles it, and is this the first full count we've seen in the ball game?
It is. This is the first full count. That's amazing with all these batters and all these other things happening and all this scoring. That first full count.
14-1 in favor of the Wildcats, and the pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up over on the right side as Raja calls everybody else off and comes over. And mercifully for the Dexter Demons, the inning will come to an end. But Lovington is going to put 12 runs on the board as we head to the top of the 4th. It's Lovington 14, Dexter 1. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And back here at Wildcat Park in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Lovington erupts. They get 12 runs on 8 hits, 4 errors committed by the Demons. Nobody left on base. Lovington puts 15 men to the plate, and so now Dexter has got their work cut out for them as we head to this top of the fourth inning. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Thanks for being with us, and it will be 4, 5, and 6. Wardo, Barry, and Raja due up for the Demons as they've got some ground to make up if they want to keep this game going full length this afternoon. Wardo steps in. He is 1 for 1 at an RBI single back in the first and was left stranded. Wardo, the third baseman. Come in still on the hill is Gonzalez. Now I've got to ask the pitcher in the room, what's it like after an inning like that to have to come back out? I mean, you hadn't been throwing for the last 40 minutes basically.
And I hope he's probably been over there with a jacket on that arm at least, and maybe doing just some shoulder
First pitch
exercises.
to Wardo is popped up over on the left side behind the plate, coming over, and Hernandez gets it. It kind of snow cones on him a little bit, but he manages to corral it in the end of the webbing of that catcher's mitt. So 1 pitch, 1 out, the pop to the catcher, and there's 1 down as now Jothan Berry will step to the plate. So yeah, I'm hoping like you, he had a jacket on that.
Sure, and might have been doing some shoulder
Maybe
stretches and works out.
Yeah,
it could be just some exercises, just keep the muscles somewhat warm and ready to get back up there.
Oh, actually, we'll have a pinch hitter. That'll be Christian Baca, and he'll take the first pitch into foul territory. And going over and making the grab on the run is Parra in foul ground.
Beautiful.
Nice run for Nick over there. So
Good.
2 pitches, 2 outs as Baca is retired. I have a feeling we may see Baca in the field here momentarily. And so now it'll be Raja to the plate. He flew out to center back in the second, so he is 0 for 1. As Gonzalez will set, gets the sign from Hernandez, kicks and fires, fastball swung on. That'll be a little chopper. Garcia charges up in the hole at short, gets it, fires across his body, and he pulls Parra off the plate.
Yeah.
Nick stretches out, though, and grabs him on the spin around and tags him out. 6-3 for out number 3. It doesn't get much more efficient than that. 3 pitches, 3 outs, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Lovington 14 and Dexter 1. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats! It's a 3-pitch inning for Gonzalez in the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. You can't get away with many fewer pitches than that. 3 pitches, 3 outs, Dawn Morgan.
You just don't see that very often. I mean, in all the games that you play in baseball, softball, and we've called, it's rare. It's rare.
It is. I mean, yes, it is possible to get 3 outs on 1 pitch now with the automatic walks, intentional walks, but the chances of getting a triple play are almost nil. So, it's not an immaculate inning, which is 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches, but I'd say 3 outs on 3 pitches. I'd say that's pretty immaculate, too.
It's very efficient. You're not wearing your pitcher down that way, that's for sure.
Cameron Ochoa will lead things off for the Cats. It'll be Ochoa, Sanchez, and Salinas 7, 8, and 9 due up. For Cameron, he is 2 for 2. He doubled in the second and then had an RBI single and scored in that seemingly never-ending third, and so he'll lead things off here in the fourth. Burciaga still on the hill for the Demons. Battle of blue and white here today. Not exactly used to that. Normally I see blue and white. It's like, oh, that's Lovington. But in this case, it's Dexter. Lovington in the home whites today. So Ochoa 2 for 2 steps in. It'll be his first time facing Burciaga, and the first pitch is on the outside corner at the knees called strike one. And it looks like Baca will stay into play in right field for Barry. As the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed as Ochoa misfires on that one a little bit, just misjudged the high fastball, and it'll be strike two. So the no ball, 2 strike count. Just underway here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Burciaga on in relief, and the pitch swung on, and that one is heading into the warm-up area behind the visiting dugout. And so Ochoa stays alive, no balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to spoil that off, knowing that it might have been close enough to be a strike, really too far away to be able to get much on it and do much anything with it.
Burciaga gets the sign, kicks and fires, and Q shot it off the end of the bat and back into the light blue retaining wall. So it stays 0-2 as Cameron fighting off a couple of pretty good pitches to stay alive.
Yep, good at bat for him. Let's see how he can finish it.
Yeah, want to just keep Burciaga working out there. Granado's down, and the 0-2 pitch swung on, and that one is heading into the park area. And so fighting off 3 straight pretty tough pitches from Burciaga. Nice job so far by Ochoa to stay alive, and he's definitely given Patrick Sanchez behind him some looks at what Burciaga's got in the bag.
Yep.
As another 0-2 on the way. Curveball swung on. That one is going to be popped up. That one's coming into the stands, looks like. Nope, off of the netting.
It's hard to judge, though, as Granados, definitely gave it a chase, but couldn't come up with it. So it was so close to the netting.
A 14-1 ball game right now. Lovington erupting in the 3rd. Hard to believe going into the 3rd, this was a 2-1 ball game. So
yeah, it was first couple of innings. It was close. Seemed like it was going to be a close, tense game.
0-2 pitch, and that one's going to come inside for ball number 1. Yeah, we can close the book on the starter Madrano as he goes 2 2/3 innings and gives up 13 runs, 8 of them earned, and the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot. Please don't hit the White Highlander, and we will keep it at 1-2.
A long at bat for Ochoa.
He's battled on this one.
Yes.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 6. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat as Granado's going to go out, have a word with Burciaga.
He had a double on the first pitch that he saw, his first time up. He had an 0-2 count on him when he hit into the outfield and reached on an error, or actually had an RBI. It had a 1-1 count when he hit an RBI single his second time up. So, yeah, he has this is by far the most pitches that he has seen.
1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air. It'll be a pop-up behind first. Ramirez, the second baseman, goes out and almost misjudges it, but manages to corral it. And so Ochoa, after an 8-pitch at bat, will pop it out to the second baseman for 1 away. And that'll be Patrick Sanchez to the plate, and an RBI sacrifice back in the second. RBI double, a stolen base, and scored in the never-ending 3rd. So he is 1 for 1 with a couple RBIs and a run scored. So he'll step in with the bases clear and 1 down. First pitch to Sanchez will be away for ball number 1. Of course, our next Lovington baseball game will be next Friday, right back here at the friendly confines against Roswell High. 1-0 pitch, that one will be inside, ball 2. Cats will be on the road in Ruidoso on Thursday. Ruidoso's baseball stadium is the land that technology forgot, so we will not be able to bring you that game in the 2-0 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball number 3. On Thursday, though, we will have Lovington Athletics for you. We'll have a doubleheader over at Lady Cat Field. Santa Teresa and Gadsden coming to town to take on the Lovington softball team, as that one will run inside for ball number 4. So a 4-pitch walk for Patrick Sanchez. So next Lovington baseball will be next Friday, and Lovington softball on Thursday. Doubleheader. So now it'll be Cesar Salinas to the plate. First pitch to Cesar is going to be inside, ball number 1. Salinas worked a walk and scored back in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd to end the 2nd. The runner at first. Sanchez with a little lead over there in the wind in the first pitch, and that'll be a chop shot. Wardo charging up on it, digs it out, fires across the base paths, and will get the speedy Salinas 5-3 for out number 2, but it will move Sanchez over to second. Ryan Weiser to the plate. Ryan popped out in the first, reached on an error and scored a Little League home run with his speed, and then he tripled and then an RBI also in the third. So he is 1 for 3 officially in the ball game. But an RBI and a couple runs scored. Weiser will step out. Take a couple of hacks. Now he's back in. Sanchez at second. Ramirez going to hold him on over there. You don't often see a second baseman holding on a runner like he's a first baseman. First pitch to Ryan. That'll be a little chopper. Could be trouble as Ramirez going to have to charge in on it. And it goes under his glove as Sanchez will round the plate. He's heading home, and he is going to get caught in the rundown. It comes to the catcher, and he's going to toss it back in the throw in. Yep, they got Sanchez. I think if he just takes off and really runs it, he's good. It is a single for Weiser. He'll be left stranded, and Sanchez will be out 4-2 to 5 for out number 3. So Lovington can't pad the lead any, but they're up by 13. We head to the 5th. 3 outs to go for the Dexter Demons. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
For the Wildcats in the bottom of the 4th inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we head to the top of the 5th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for Dexter. That's Burciaga, Medrano, and Ramirez. They need 5 runs to force a bottom of the 5th inning. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this breezy Thursday. Seeing a little bit of everything in this one.
And if you're Lovington, you just want to have a solid fielding fundamentals here. Keep your defense tight and try to get out of this inning and just hold Dexter, and that way you get the run rule win.
So Burciaga will step in. He is 1 for 1. He singled back in the first, then got caught in a rundown for out number 3 to end that 2nd inning. So the wide and the first pitch from Gonzalez is going to sail a little bit. It'll be high, ball 1 to Burciaga.
And as a pitcher, I think you just want to just do some basic pitching here.
What's wrong with Gonzalez? I mean, that's the first time he hasn't thrown it out in like 4 pitches. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be away for ball number 2.
I think you just want to throw strikes here and just help your team, kind of trust your team behind you to do the fielding, keep things tight.
And Lovington trying to get back to within 1 game of 500. As the 2-0 pitch from Gonzalez swung on and missed. I think Burciaga probably just took a big hack at ball 3. But you'll take it. Sometimes it's just so inviting when it's up around eyeball level.
True. Just want to slap at it.
Burciaga did, and the 2-1 pitch, and that one, he gets a piece of that one again up around eyeball level and inside. Gets it off the handle of the bat, and that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez not wasting a lot of time when he doesn't have anybody on the base paths. Hernandez down, giving the signs. The sun trying to break through now.
Working pretty quickly.
As the 2-2 pitch on the way, fastball, that one going to be in the dirt, and it'll run the count full to Burciaga. Burciaga will be the first Demon to see a full count this afternoon.
Yes, indeed. Not a lot of pitches thrown by Gonzalez this afternoon.
Going for the complete game. Right now working on a 3-hitter. Shouldn't have said anything. And the payoff pitch swung on, and that one is going to be fouled hard down the third baseline. Coach Martinez almost making a pretty good barehanded play over there. He's a lot braver than I am. So the count will stay full to Burciaga, the number 7 hitter, but leading off here in this top of the 5th. Outfield pretty well pulling in against Burciaga. Infield, their normal positions. Salinas back deep at second. And the 3-2 again swung on, and that'll be a little excuse me roller down the third baseline. Weiser gets to it. It'll be foul territory, so we'll try 3-2 again. Burciaga fighting off a couple of pretty good pitches to keep this at-bat alive.
Yeah, Dexter wants as many opportunities as they can. They don't want to exit early, so they're doing what they can to stay alive.
3-2 the count. Hernandez sets up, and the payoff pitch from Gonzalez. Ring him up and sit him down. Gets him swinging. 4th K of the ball game for Gonzalez, and there is one down here in the 5th. They'll toss it around the horn as Diego Medrano will step to the plate. Medrano now the shortstop. Going to be on the hook for the loss.
So Lovington now 2 outs away from being able to end the game with a win of 14-1 as the score stands now.
Medrano 0 for 1 and was a strikeout victim back in the second. Gonzalez always from the stretch. Gets his sign from Hernandez. Deals. And a little excuse me swing. And that'll be strike one. As a batter, I hated those because you were primed on it. You were thinking fastball, fastball, fastball.
Right.
Oh, no, curve, I can't stop. And that was exactly what happened with Medrano there. So the 0-1 delivery from Gonzalez, and he'll fire the fastball away and even it up at 1-1. Medrano holds up on that one. I swung at way too many of those pitches in my career, which is why I'm sitting up here. The 1-1 pitch, and that breaking ball doesn't hit the noon to 6 quite enough. It'll be ball 2.
Thought that might have hit the upper end of the zone there. Just a little too high.
A little bit. So it's still a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Gonzalez ready to go, and the 2-1 delivery. Curveball swung on and missed as he gets Medrano to chase that high ball and even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2 strike count, 1 down, nobody on. 13-run lead for the Cats. Here in the top of the 5th. Trying to get Dexter down to their final set of strikes. Hernandez sets up outside the 2-2 pitch fastball. That one goes outside, and second consecutive batter will work the count full, 3-2.
Wind still whipping pretty good. Still
coming
away, coming out of the southwest to the northeast, making the flag stand out almost straight.
Yes, it is.
Out there in center field.
As Gonzalez sets high on the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down. Jammed him inside again. 5th K of the ball game, and there is 2 down. Dexter down to their final 3 strikes on this Tuesday afternoon.
5 strikeouts and 1 walk so far issued by Gonzalez.
Having a pretty good line is Gonzalez today. So now the number 9 hitter, Hector Ramirez, the last chance this afternoon for Dexter. Going to try and extend this one out and get the top of the lineup back to the plate. As the wind and the pitch swung on and missed, and strike 1. All of a sudden, Gonzalez has found that little inside breaker, and Dexter not able to hold off on it.
Yep. Gonzalez grooving it pretty good here.
Ramirez 0 for 1. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that's a little comebacker. It is off the glove of Gonzalez. Going to die in the dirt. As getting to it is Garcia, and the first in time for the out. Officially, that is 1-6-3 for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dexter Demons. And the Wildcats will be victorious today by a final of 14-1. We'll be back to wrap this one up. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Hey, Wildcat fans, Wildcat sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big
Stone
Blue.
Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Wildcat Park. Lovington victorious today by a final of 14-1 as they take it to the Dexter Demons. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Wildcat postgame show, as the final line score in this one for the victorious Cats, who will improve to 6-7 on the season. They get 14 runs on 11 hits. They commit 2 errors, and over the course of the ball game, they only leave 2 runners stranded on base. That is a very important number. For Dexter, they get 1 run on 3 hits. They commit 5 errors, all 5 of those errors contributing to Lovington runs, and they leave 3 runners on base. Win goes to Ethan Gonzalez. He goes the complete way, so a complete game 3 hitter. Not bad at all for him, and that run was not earned because of the errors.
Right.
So no earned runs in the ball game for Gonzalez. Diego Medrano goes 2 2/3 and will take the loss for the Dexter Demons. Next up for the Wildcats. Sorry, Don, go ahead.
And Gonzalez ended up with what, either 5 or 6 strikeouts? One, two,
I believe 5.
5 strikeouts and 1 walk issued.
Yeah, so a good day for Ethan Gonzalez on the hill for the Wildcats. Next up for Lovington, they will be in Ruidoso on Thursday, trying to get to 500 on the season. We will not have that game here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Ruidoso's baseball field's kind of like their gym. It's the land that technology forgot. We will have Lovington Lady Cat softball on Thursday for you, a doubleheader. Santa Teresa first, then Gadsden over at Lady Cat Field. So we'll have that for you Thursday. Our next Wildcat baseball game will be next Friday against Roswell, a doubleheader right back here at Wildcat Park. So a 14-1 victory, a drubbing, if you will, for the Wildcats. Final thoughts on this one, Dawn?
Yeah, it's good to see Lovington back in action, and they're doing. It's hard to tell, in this game against Dexter, but they seem to be an improved team. Maybe tightened up a little defensively. They are aggressive at the bat. I like what they're doing on the base running. They're aggressive running the bases as well. They took advantage of everything Dexter gave them, plus they made some things happen on their own at the bat and in the field. So it's good to see Lovington having an improved season. They are rebuilding, and under Coach Areola. How many years has it been since he coached the the Lovington boys?
I want to say it's been, I can't remember if it was the season after the state championship. I want to say it was maybe 2007. So that would be, 15 years. So.
But, it seems to be a good fit so far, and I think the Lovington team is benefiting from that. So look forward to more Lovington Wildcat baseball this season.
Well, we certainly are, and with the exception of the Ruidoso game on Thursday, we will have the rest of the Wildcat slate for you the rest of the way from On the Diamond. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. The Wildcats use a huge 3rd inning and explode to get the run rule victory, 14-1. Wildcat baseball brought to you by the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Stone Oilfield Services, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Now Pharmacy, the First American Bank of Lovington, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Bob's Thriftway. For Tiff Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Park. This has been an exclusive presentation of No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.